हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू स्टडीजस्ट, द वर्ल्ड ऑफ एजुकेशनल सॉल्यूशन। स्टडीजस्ट एक ऐसा यूनिक प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पे आपको हर एक टाइप का एजुकेशन सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड किया जाता है। सो इन दिस क्लास ऑफ स्टडीजस्ट विल बी कंसंट्रेटिंग ऑन द एकेडमिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, दैट इज ऑन मैथमेटिक्स पार्ट ऑफ GST, that is banking mathematics that you are having in your academics part, and we'll be talking about the goods and service tax. We'll be defining some important terms that we are having. We'll be seeing some introductory part like what is tax and all, how to do that. We'll be seeing the definition of goods and services, and after that we'll see some basic terminology, like we'll understand what is like just a simple so we'll throw some light in this class towards the GST. And in the next class onwards, we'll be learning about that in details, what are the GST process and all, and what are the clauses and everything, and how to solve the sums and what type of sums you'll be expecting in your examinations. So let us begin our class of GST now. So before starting our class today, let me just remind you of the social media platform that you are having. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is StudyJust Academics. You can like us on Facebook, that is studyjust.in. You can join our Telegram channel by writing StudyJust School from 7 to 10, or you can click the link given over here. You can see the screenshot of the Telegram channel is given on this side. So there are some advantages if you join our Telegram channel. There are some advantages. Let me just tell you what are the advantages you are having. If you join this channel, you will be intimated with the live classes that we are having. We will provide from time to time. You will be intimated about that. Also, you will be provided with the study notes so that you can practice hard in your home when you are revising and doing your homeworks. And also, along with that, most important thing is your doubts. You can raise your doubts on this forum of Telegram, and your doubts will be cleared in no time. So make sure to join our Telegram channel. After that, you can also follow us on Instagram by writing StudyJust, and also you can join our WhatsApp group by writing this number. And for more information, you can log into our website, that is www.studyjust.in. You can see this is how our Facebook page, YouTube channel looks like, and this is the channel. You can subscribe it, and also you can see this is how Facebook page looks like. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also share it with your friends so that they can also get benefited from this unique platform of StudyJust. Let us continue with our class. Let us see what we are having today. Now, you can see that in every government, be it a central government or state government, they need money, right? They need money or not to run their expenses. See, if you are in your house, you need money, to run your home, to have your expenses. For schooling, you need to pay your fees and everything. Similarly, in case of government also, maybe it's central government or state government, maybe it's in the Delhi government or in the respective state government. So they also need money for their administrative expenses, for welfare and development schemes, for salaries of the employees. So this whole structure of India or the country or in the state, that also have some expenses that is beared by our government, right? So from where they'll get the money? Very good question. From where they'll get the money? You don't know, right? So let me tell you where they'll get the money. Government collects money or revenue that you are given over here by levying taxes. That is the main source of income for the government, any government, let it be central government or state government. So within their respective territories, like for state government, for example, if you take the state of Bihar, or if you take the state of Maharashtra, or if you take the state of Uttar Pradesh, so the state government will collect tax over in that territory only, whereas central government will collect whole India, the peninsula of India that you are having, whole India, they will collect the taxes. So from these taxes money is what is the income for the government, and the expenses that are made by the government are from the taxes money. So in India, in our country, in our beloved country, we are proud to call ourselves Indian, right? So as Indian, we pay taxes, and we pay taxes in the form of two ways, that is direct taxes and indirect taxes. There are two ways to pay tax, direct and indirect taxes, right? So let us see what are direct tax and indirect tax. See, direct tax, the word direct means when you directly tell something or do something, that is called direct. If you just go and talk to your principal directly, you said that he directly went to a principal and had a talk. Or if you go through the peon from the club office or the office boy to the principal office or the assistant of the principal, but you want to talk to principal, you are going through the assistant. So you will tell that he is indirectly talking to the principal, or he is going to the indirect channel, not directly. Similarly, as the definition of the word suggests, in case of taxes also, the definition remains more or less the same. How? Let us see. See, direct taxes. Direct taxes are those taxes that are levied on the income of individuals or organizations. They include income tax and corporate tax. For example, the taxes that are directly collected by the governments from your pocket is called direct taxes. That there is no middle channel. There is no one in the middle. Just you are paying directly to your government for incoming or doing something, for doing any activities. You are directly paying the taxes to government. Such type of taxes are called direct taxes, where government directly takes the money out of your pocket as the form of tax. Understood? That is the definition of direct taxes. Now let's come to indirect taxes. So indirect taxes, as the definition suggests, that are those taxes that are paid by the consumer or organization when they buy goods or services or both. So in this scenario of indirect taxes, there is a middle person. See, this is government, this is you, and there is a middle person, this pen. These three things. So you are paying the taxes to this middle person, and this middle person is paying tax to the government. So this is what this scenario is called as indirect taxes. Right? Understood? What is the difference between direct and indirect taxes? Comment us on your forum and let us know that you have understood or not, and also give the definition of direct and indirect taxes. Try to make by yourself, not this definition that given over here. Try to form it and give it on our Telegram channel, so that we can also understand that our students are getting what we are trying to teach. Isn't it? So make sure to like and follow us on your forum as well on the Telegram. Right? Let us move forward in today's class. Now see, there are some important terms. Before going to the part of GST, you should know some important terms. That is very important, because in examination, in the exam में क्या आपको जो पूछा जाएगा क्वेश्चन में, ये टर्मिनोलॉजी आपको दिया जाएगा. जो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है, डीलर, कॉस्ट प्राइस, लिस्ट प्राइस, आप ये सब क्या है जानना है ना पहले, नहीं तो कैसे समझेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, नहीं कर पाएंगे ना. So let us understand one by one what are the important terms. See, at first the term is given as dealer. Dealer is nothing but a person who buys the goods and services for resale, for reselling, not for his own purpose. आप देखिए, you understand that you are having a shop. Let me tell you, by my example, I am having a shop. So what I do, I buy something from the company. Let's say I am having a shop for Tata Salt. Tata Salt, I am having a salt shop. I am buying a salt from Tata. तो टाटा से मैं प्रोडक्ट को खरीदा और मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये मैं कस्टमर को बेच दे रहा हूँ, कंज्यूमर को बेच दे रहा हूँ. तो मैं ये अपने लिए खरीदा क्या? नहीं खरीदा ना, अपने लिए तो नहीं खरीदा. ये मैं रीसेल करने के लिए खरीदा. तो मैं क्या हुआ? मैं आपका हुआ डीलर. तो ये हो गया आपका डीलर का एग्जांपल. अ पर्सन हु बाइज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज फॉर रीसेलिंग, नॉट फॉर हिज पर्सनल यूज. रीसेल करने के लिए. जैसे यहाँ पे दुकानदार का पिक दिया हुआ है. ये जो दुकानदार यहाँ पे बैठी हुई है, she is the dealer of this fruit juice. I think this is a fruit juice shop, isn't it? There are some fruits and juices given away, and two children came here to buy the juices from this shop. So I'll tell, see, that lady in the shop is the dealer, as given over here. Now come to the next definition. I hope you have got what is the definition of dealer. Got it, right? So let's come to the definition of cost price next. Now, if you go to any shop, for example, in today's scenario, if you go to a mobile shop to purchase a new mobile, what is it in the market? You are having a new mobile of Samsung, some model came S20 or something, right? Isn't it? That it came, right? Comment us. So that kind of, if you you ask your dad to please bring me that mobile. You go to the mobile shop. Now you pay some price for that mobile, right? For that smartphone, and so the price you pay from your pocket to the dealer for getting that product or getting the end product, or in your case this mobile, that is called as the cost price of that mobile, of that product, right? So cost price is nothing but it is the price at which our traders buy goods. A trader is buying a good, that is called cost price. That is in the case of trader. Also the cost price is also termed as basic price. You also term this cost price as basic price.